I had taken students, I think they paid 20K or 40K. I'd taken in students for online class. I was supposed to share 40 recipes to them. And, everybody has paid. I've added them to the group. Everybody was charged. And it was like 2 weeks into the class, everybody was expecting all the recipes that Chef T, And, I was a newbie in these things, just 2 years in. I was filming with my phone, doing all the recipes. So when it's time for me to drop recipes, I edit, voice, and everything. Guys, guess what? I lost all the files. My phone just went off one day and never came up. 40 videos.
Wow.
Yeah.
You lost all the files.
Everything, no backup, nothing. It's now that we back up. If you can even back up in the highest heavens of the heavens, you'll find my files there. Yeah.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our favorite podcast, to be quite honest. And of course, I remain your ever beautiful host, Nama, and my co-host, Big Ben.
Hello, people. We're back. We're happy to be back here again.
We are. And today with us, we have a very, very special guest. I cannot emphasize how special this guest is to me because I am a fan. I don't want to give too much on her, but let me just, talk a bit on her through her bio. So today our topic is actually From Diary to Destiny, the journey of a kitchen lover. I'm sure the fact that I've said kitchen lover has already given out who our guest is. But nonetheless, our guest, like I've just said, Diary of a Kitchen Lover, she is more than a chef. She's a culinary storyteller, entrepreneur, and one of Nigeria's most beloved food content creators. I can testify to that. She's also a producer. I know she just recently launched her cooking show, but I'm going to allow her to do a bit more justice to that, And what began as a passion project in her kitchen has now grown into a household brand with a community of millions of loyal followers across platforms. I am part of that million. So she's known for her vibrant recipes, elegant plating, and warm personality. Chef T, I've just given out who our guest is, Mrs. Tolani Tayo Oshikoya.
Is that me?
It's you. It's you.
Thank you guys so much.
I can only imagine you listening to all the things that you have done.
I know.
Honestly, great work.
It's such
great
a short
work.
time.
It's so lovely to have you here.
My very first question to you, Chef T, what do you think it is?
I don't know.
All right,
Looking
so
forward.
How did you get into?
Take us to the
This whole
very
thing, right?
beginning. The very, very beginning.
The genesis of everything.
I've shared this a couple of times, but I always love to share it because, it inspires a number of people that watch, listen, and all that. I won't say I found food. Food found me because I started off doing many things. I'm a woman of many talents. I'm a makeup artist. Yes, this makeup is by me.
I was going to say
hairstylist. I lay my frontals myself.
Wow.
I am I used to do wedding makeup, wedding bridal styling, hairstyling. I was a fashion designer. I went to a fashion school. I did corporate for a couple of times, for a couple of years rather. And then I got married and food found me because I had a personal page where I used to post my husband's daily meals, his lunch, when I pack his food and all that. And I had people always asking me, how do you cook all these things? Because my background, I know how to cook very well. I watched my mom cook from ground zero to, I made my first fried rice at 8 years old. And from there, my mom just let us cook in the kitchen. My brothers, my sister, we all pound yam, we do all those things. So I knew how to cook egusi from age 12, 13. So I knew how to cook, you understand? And when I was living alone as a single lady, I would literally set the table with different types of cuisines. Chinese, like the old Asian. I love Asian food a lot. And I'll call my friends, my boyfriend, my now husband, just come and feast. Just come and eat on my head. That was how it was. And then when I got married, I saw an opportunity to just flex with my husband's food. So I was really creative with it. People would ask me, please, can I get the recipe? It got a lot that I started to like, there was one particular day I was in the office. I was still doing my 9-to-5 job. Yeah. I worked in a digital agency. And then a friend of mine, I posted like a Chinese restaurant, Chinese fried rice and shredded beef sauce. And she asked, what's the recipe? And I'm like, okay, it's enough. I think I'm just going to create a page where I just put all these things. Yeah. And then when these people ask me,
you just say, go there.
Go there. Yeah. And then I messaged my husband. He's like, good idea. And I was like, okay, what name will I give this? I love kitchen a lot. I love kitchen aesthetics. I love the whole 9 yards of kitchen and all that. And I write, like I used to keep diaries and all that. And that was how the name came about. Right there on my desk, Diary of a Kitchen Lover, I opened the page. And in less than 2 weeks, I started getting people saying I'm inspiring them. I don't understand. But like in a month, I saw that, okay, this is actually real, man. Yeah. And I didn't know there was that space in Nigeria. I wasn't following the food blogging space. I didn't know there was anything like that. Yeah. It was right there and then I started to see that, okay, some people are actually food bloggers and with videos and all of that stuff. We weren't many at all.
Yeah, no, you weren't.
We weren't many at all. But I decided to go ahead with it. I took it seriously, still doing my 9-to-5 job. And started to do videos. I tried to like carve a niche for myself. So after I did that, the story, almost 8 years now, thank God.
I mean, I was going to ask when you started. But
2018, yeah. It's going to be
and I think that was when, I think
2026.
I think that was when like digital was now getting, digital was now just coming up and you now open that type of page. Like you said, there were not many there. So when people were so I can come to this page, just look at, and you put the recipes.
And I was very detailed with the recipes. It's now that I'm even just like, you know what? I've paid my dues.
Other things are coming up, please.
So a lot of women follow you, right? A lot of women follow you, are inspired. Yeah, are inspired by your work. That's why when you came to the studio, it was mostly Norma who was shouting, I'm a fan and all of that. But we notice that in society, there's so many women who have so many inspiring, figures and voices out there that they look up to, but many of them are unable to take that move that those people have taken in their own lives. Many of them are unable to make the same moves that people like you, and other people who they look up to have taken that has gotten them to where they are today, right? So many people just carry on with their own passions and they're just doing it small time, right? So to people like that who would definitely be watching this, what would your advice to them be for turning their passion into, something that can be rewarding at the end of the day?
Yeah. I'm a real life case study of just doing it. Just do it. Just do it, because so many people are afraid. They're afraid of many things. What would people say? How will it come out perfect?
What if I
fail? What if I fail? Yeah. But I want to always remind them, and I always do, is it's okay to switch. It's okay to fail at one. That doesn't mean you are a failure. It's just a stepping stone to get into that destination that you're at. Like in the space of 7-8 years, like I mentioned earlier, I was a makeup artist professionally, hairstylist. I went to fashion school. I did, I worked at customer service. I was a flight attendant, the announcement, all those,
really?
All those things. I did all these things, but thankfully I was able to do all those things till. And now everything is now working for my good because I'm able to use all these things.
The wisdom.
Now I'm getting to save money on makeup because I have the skill and all that. You just need to start. Not caring what people will say. I would use my current show as an example. When the concept, because every year my husband and I always have like a goal, objectives, everything we're trying to achieve for the year. And my cooking show, which is like one of the most bustling things people are talking about now, wasn't in the picture at all. The idea came in June of this year. And the moment it came in, I knew I could not do it. I could not afford to wait. It cost me a lot of money, but I had to do it, not caring if it's going to fail because I have switched many times. Yeah. You understand? And it's okay to actually, but when you get to that destination, there's this conviction that you have. Myself in the food space, I've been able to solidify my ground in the food space that no matter where I branch in this food space, I will be successful at it. But for everyone that has a doubt, so long as you have a passion for it and you have a means to at least do it, please do it. because eventually that passion will pay off. And once you put your mind to it and you are hardworking at it, people would see your efforts. So now, even though the show got a lot of backlash, like, how it is now, your space is too small and everything, I addressed them like a few days ago. What I did not do is not do it. Now we are planning season 2. Season 2 definitely will get bigger. So it can only get better from there. So when you see, and again, another angle is look at people that are already excelling in that field. What makes them different is because they chose to do it. You understand? So put yourself in their shoes. I'm not saying you should copy them. Let them be like your silent role model. Okay, Chef T has posted at 9 a.m. today. I must post at 9 a.m. Chef T has posted at 5 p.m. today. You can use them as your benchmark.
Like a guide.
As a guide. If Chef T can actually post with a busy schedule by 9 a.m., I can actually do it too. You understand? So pick silent role models. Just do it. And no matter the backlash or whatever setback you have, the world will adjust. And I started with iPhone 6. So your cell phone is not a limitation. You understand? It's just an excuse for the fear that you have. And I always say, at the other side of you not doing it is fear. And fear can only kill that passion. And before you know it, someone else is doing it and is excelling at it. All you just have to do now is now sulk. You'll now be sulking and be hating on the person silently because you did not take that step. I wish you all the best.
And over time, fear leads to lots of regret.
And
you start to even envy and just hate those people for
I don't necessarily think sometimes people envy. I think sometimes like a form of regret, like, oh, I didn't do it, but some people...
But then they start to project.
They start to project. I agree, but well, there are some things that I've said I wanted to do, and I didn't do it. But it's not that when I see the people that are doing it, I'm not happy for them. Like
it still doesn't stop you from doing it.
Yes, I agree. No, I genuinely agree. So what would you say were some early challenges, maybe doubts, criticisms that you've had to overcome?
Is it okay to say I did not have?
It's okay.
Challenges?
That's your experience.
I know. Except maybe only one I would share though. But because I'm a very stubborn person, Like if I want it, I go for it.
Yeah.
So long as it is legitimate. Yeah. I'm an advocate of doing legit business.
Yeah.
But I am a very stubborn person. Like I did 3 years with this food blogging, 9 to 5 and food blogging. I resigned early 2022. And I started this in 2018. So imagine, and I held I was the chief operating officer. So I had an important role in the business.
Wow.
And I was still doing. So
blogging.
What I would do is when I get home, I drop my bag at the entrance of the house. I film till midnight and have 1 hour, 2 hours sleep, off to work again. And I'm back at it again. So when you have that stubbornness in you, in a good way,
No, maybe a zeal to get it done. Yeah,
you will never have any form of limitation.
You're just a hardworking person.
You just have
hard work does pay off.
And smart work. Yeah. You can't say because you are hardworking, you are stuck at your old ways and you are still doing it. You have to move with the trend. Because food blogging in 2018 has totally changed. Yeah. Like I always say, if you want to see the progress of food blogging, go to the beginning of my page. I've never deleted any post. You would see how it progressed from shooting in landscape and posting on all social media platforms to shooting in before we just recently came to portraits in 2020, 2021. And then now if you post on other platforms aside YouTube in portrait, people will not even watch your content. So it has progressed.
Yeah.
There was a time that I was in my food photography era, 2020, 2021, 2019, because I'm a professional food photographer, I was just doing food photography. So I've been able to move with the trend, and now people are now wanting you to just do something wild, do something different. And I'm like, I can't be stuck in just sharing recipes. Yeah. If you want recipes, just type Diary of a Kitchen Lover and the recipe. It will come out because I've shared enough recipes. Now it's time for me to progress in this career. I'll just be a voice.
You have shared recipes. I've done curry, chicken, with the curry, the chicken curry masala, the ofada one, ofada rice. I can't name. I will have pictures of them on my phone. I'm not joking. You've done enough recipes, honestly.
Thank God.
But but you said you had one challenge that you wanted.
Oh yeah, so the challenge. I still used to do online class back then, 2020. I had a lot of students back then. 200 students was a lot. You understand? And I had taken students. I think they paid 20K or 40K. I had taken in students for online class. I was supposed to share 40 recipes to them. And, everybody has paid. I've added them to the group. Everybody was just charged. And it was like 2 weeks into the class, everybody was expecting all the recipes that Chef Tip, And, I was a newbie in these things, just 2 years in. I was filming with my phone, doing all the recipes. So when it's time for me to drop recipes, I edit, voice, and everything. Guys, guess what? I lost all the files. My phone just went off one day and never came on. 40 videos.
Wow.
Yeah.
You lost all the files.
Everything, no backup, nothing. It's now that we back up. If you can even back up in the highest of the heavens of the heavens, you'll find my files there. Yeah, I lost everything. It was as though I wanted to run mad because 2 weeks into class and I had 9 to 5 job.
Hey.
So I didn't let that,
get you down.
I started off again immediately, almost next day. My cried shy was
it would be painful. You shot everything just to be dropping.
We were recording it out because I didn't even have a staff. I didn't have anybody around me. It was just me. While I'm recording it, I'll be crying. But I was able to film all 40 before the class started.
Wow.
2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. So since then, I don't let it. I'm always very prepared for any setback. No, there's no setback, to be honest.
Every step we take, every way we live should be filled with peace, joy, and serenity. Now, if you're looking for a community that offers all these with infrastructure and the right amenities for you and your family to thrive, look no further than Mixta Africa Estates. Now, Mixta Africa, over the last 20 years, has basically been provided the kind of community, over 15 estates with 5,000 housing units that people have been thriving in. Look forward to welcoming you in one of our Mixta estates.
But how do you deal with criticism? Like,
I feel like if you are not doing well, you will not get criticized.
Absolutely.
If you are a topic of discussion, then oh my God, if you have gotten somewhere. Yeah. You understand? For example, Delicious or Disaster has like diverse reactions. Like some people are like, why the hell did she pack celebrities there and she did not put chefs? Why the hell is she? Why is she using such a small space? Why are they this? Why are they that? Why is she be the one hosting the show and everything? But guess what? The show is trending.
Yeah.
People are watching. And if you decide to focus on criticism, then you are wasting your time. Yeah. I'm rather focusing on shooting season 2 already. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then again, sometimes it might get to you, especially during the time when you don't even need such.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to ignore. Sometimes I reply some, I pin some comments so that my besties will not hear from me. You understand? But I don't do that all the time because one of the things that I pride myself in is building a positive community. Yeah. I don't want a community filled with toxic people. Yeah. So I'd rather ride on the positivity and just make sure that everybody that comes here, whether you are a negative person, the moment you land on my page, you have transformed. Because you will never see a hate comment or anybody trying to drag you. Some people just don't like my guts. They don't like the fact that this girl exists. Yeah. They don't just like the fact that she just has everything figured out for her. But then again, it's what we show you online. Yeah. You understand? But I've been able to put myself together in a way where, because I inspire a lot of women out there, and you don't want an imperfect person. Even though, yes, sometimes I still show my imperfections and all that. But I am very, very intentional with building a positive community because I feel like that's the way to like go further in life. I don't want to ride on negativity at all. So yes, with criticisms, I take some, I address some, but you will never find me insulting anybody online or trying to fight back or something. No.
That's actual maturity, though.
Yeah.
Maturity.
Especially being in this type of space where some people's mouths are just bad.
Yeah.
And when you have a community like that, you already open yourself up to people.
Yeah, they'll say, you're a public figure. So I have
so
the
we
right
can
to
say everything.
Because you put everything
anyway. But the moment you don't speak about it, you don't address it, people move on immediately.
They'll just move on to
I think for you also, you've been able to build that type of positive place. So even when someone wants to be negative, it's like, are we really? Do you understand? Like,
and then sometimes when you respond to them in a very, sometimes I try to like bring them down and respond to them with kindness.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my God, you responded to me. I was just trying to get your attention."
Yeah.
And many times people don't really mean some of the things they say.
Yeah. And then some people too might mean it in a good way, but they just have their approach is just bad. Maybe.
Okay, but on the flip side, what's like a humbling feedback you've gotten from your community that really, really touched you on the positive side? I know there'll be.
Is there
so
many?
Well, maybe give us like a few.
Oh my God, a lot, because I actually inspire a lot of people.
Okay.
There's this particular one that still strikes like stuck in my brain. I was walking into a beach recently. No, not recently, like before they closed down the beach.
Okay.
And then I saw an elderly woman, obviously in like her late 60s with her husband, I mean 60s, 70s. And then she looked at me and she's like, "Oh my God, Chef T." And I'm like, "Yes, ma." And then she's like telling her husband that in Yoruba that this is the woman that made us buy the air fryer. This is the woman that we watch you, we love you. She was just going on and on and on how much she loves her air fryer and all the air fryer recipes. I'm like, air fryer, okay. But it just made me realize that, okay, it's not just the youngies that I'm inspiring. These women watch me and they are so excited to speak to me. I was at the bank yesterday and one elderly woman saw me and she was like, "Oh my God, where is your daughter? How is your daughter? I watch you every day. I love you so much." This, that. So those are the ones that, and then the number of lives that, because trust me, food is a very strong thing.
Yeah.
It is a very that
strong,
saved marriages, that saved lives. Like, there's this particular lady that sent me a DM of how I saved her marriage. I'm like, I don't have sound. And how she went on and on and how she didn't know how to cook growing up, and then she found herself in her marriage and she was just cooking bare minimum. And then her husband sent my page to her.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's such a nice guy for him to have done that. And then she was so diligent in recreating my recipes and all of that. And things have changed in our marriage. Food is a very, very strong.
Yeah, it is.
So things like that, I get it a lot, especially with this new show that I just created now. Yeah. I get it a lot. I'm just really grateful to God.
Oh,
yeah.
But so, how has your audience shaped your brand?
I listen a lot to them. I listen a lot. A lot of them come from a place of love. A lot of their feedbacks come from a place of love. Like I said, the only ones that come that hate you, that don't like you, are probably new. They don't know your story. They don't know anything. And then eventually they watch you and they're like, oh, shit, why am I even hating? Some even come to confess and ask for forgiveness. You understand? But because I listen a lot, I'm able to effect a lot of these feedbacks. For example, from the recipes, I post a recipe and they're like, they would like to see it in another way. Immediately, my team pick it up and we do it that way. Imagine you saying you want something and then they see it. You have earned a loyal fan forever.
They feel seen.
They feel seen, and it goes as far as responding to a DM. I have a lot of them, as much as 1,000 every day, and I'm not going to lie about that. But I try to respond to a lot of them. So those little things help, like, make them feel seen, make them feel loved, and in turn, they fight for you everywhere. You understand? So because I listen a lot to them, I'm able to create that safe space and make people know that, okay, wherever you are, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, so long as you are in Chef T's page, you feel you are loved, you are a best friend, and all of that. And it also helps me as a creative work smoothly because now that I have like some sort of direction, because I've taken feedbacks and all of that, I'm able to easily work with it. Like for example, feedbacks from this show, we worked on almost everything except the judges lineup because I'm not about to change that. You understand? But I listen a lot and
Again, guys, this is us rounding off.
Yes.
And we just want to say thank you for tuning in, and until next time, bye-bye.
Toodles.
Bye-bye.